Hey folks, and welcome back to MusicalConman plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We're going to do a quick run today, and when I say quick, I mean it. I'm going to take a solemn oath this time around. I'm going to get to pick my character. Let's do Eden. Use up our 90 tokens, and I'm going to take a solemn oath. No game breaks. Whatever starting items I get here. Oh my god, we started Sacred Heart, and we get Forget Me Now, which we can use to redo a floor. So we've got perks. We don't know how much HP we have, so playing that sacrifice room would be a very poor choice. Our range leaves something to be desired, or I guess it's just the shot speed. Yeah, our range isn't great, and our shot speed is very low, but we have homing tiers. And Sacred Heart, you can see we have 7.98 damage. That is an amazing starting number. And here's the key thing. That is not just a flat upgrade, that is a multiplier of like 2.3 or something like that. So every damage upgrade we get from now on is going to be significantly more effective. Roughly, one might say, 2.3 times. So, Sacred Heart is one of the best items in the game. We're going to run through. Honestly, whether or not we pick up the items that we need to get our 1,000,000% on this save file in this particular run, it's fine either way. I've done a lot of breaking runs just trying to get those specific items. That's not what we're doing today. So we're not going to use Forget Me Now on this floor, we're going to use it on the next floor. And to recap, what Forget Me Now does is, see how this is Cellar 1? If we used it on this floor, we would black out and wake up on a new, completely different, either Cellar 1, Basement 1, something like that. Now, if we did that on Cellar 1, the first floor treasure room is always free, doesn't require a key to get in. That's helpful, but you can't get a double room on the first floor, and since we have 2 keys, it takes out that risk factor and leaves us with strong reasons to just absolutely go for a Forget Me Now on the second floor, where we can get double floor. Taking damage there isn't great. And since we don't know how much HP we have, we could be close to death right now. Considering we've started with Sacred Heart, it would be a real shame to throw away a run like this. Please die. See, we're fine. No stress at all. So apparently it's taking 3 shots to take out the big ones. Can't stay too close to him. Honestly, what's really hurting us here is our abominable rate of fire. So sometimes the big ones take 2 shots, which doesn't make sense because they should have a fixed amount of health, and we should have a fixed amount of damage. Please, just hit him. Okay, there we go. So, as you can see, we do have a bit of an issue with our fire rate. However, getting meat is absolutely a great get. You can see it normally gives like 0.4 damage. It just gave us 1.3. So maybe it gives like 0.6, I don't know. What must happen is we have not only the multiplier from Sacred Heart, but also a passive multiplier from Eden. And you can see, by the way, our HP is actually quite nice here. Our speed, even though our shots are both short range and slow moving, well, both pretty short range and also slow to fire being the most important thing. A tiers upgrade would be massive here, because firing almost, less than 3 times every 2 seconds at 22 fire rate out of 30 game, I don't know what to call it, not frames exactly, because frames is the displayed animation, but we're not talking about frames, we're talking about the game's internal calculations. So 30 ticks per second, I guess, because the game tries to calculate, tries to calculate everything 30 times per second, I believe. So the maximum fire rate is once every tick. Alright, we've got a arcade here. I think we will play this for money on our way out of the floor. But because this run is so good, I'm going to play it a little extra safe. I'm actually not going to play it yet, because I want to leave no room to tremendously bung this one up. Get our treasure room. Give me something good. Skinny on Mushroom is actually going to be a fantastic get here. It's going to give us a slight negative damage multiplier. Actually pretty significant, but you can see it's also tripled our fire rate. And I will take I don't always take that trade, but in this specific case, I think it's just so worth it. Because we have doubled our effective damage per second, and you know, I'm sad to get rid of that massive multiplier. We're still doing pretty good multiplier-wise, even if it hurts to take that. I just don't think... I'm always a little reluctant to take Skinny Odd Mushroom because the tiers up, you know, you can get maximum tiers up, you can cap, you can make it so that, like, Skinny Odd Mushroom is no longer relevant because you have enough other tiers up, but the damage multiplier is permanent. You can't get rid of that reduced damage no matter what you do. So there are some cases, like if you have maximum tiers already, taking Skinny Odd Mushroom will only hurt you. And if you know, take it now and then you get items that would bring you to maximum tiers, taking it has only hurt you. But in this case, it's just such a huge trait. We'll get more damage, we're gonna get, oh my god, 3.77 damage from Cat O' Ninetails, so you can see our multipliers are looking great. We are going to take Guppy's Tail, even if it is going to reduce our ability to play the arcade here. You know, maybe I should have thought about that before I went into the Devil Room. I was just feeling extra cautious. So we're going to go into the arcade. We're going to get probably 1 cent. You know what? We'll peek what's in here. Alright, we've got 4 golden chests. So what we're going to do in that room is we are going to open 2 of the golden chests, pick up whatever we want from them. Have we gotten $1? I don't believe we have. I think or Scatol. But I don't think 6 cents is going to be enough to have a reasonable chance of getting either of those. Even if 0.64 luck is going to help our odds. You know what? I promised I wouldn't try to game break this run. And I think trying to extort every last bit of money, taking a long time to get all the money we can to play that, I think is still a bad idea. I think we are going to use a bomb here. So we're going to open this. Awesome. We're going to open this. Awesome. And with that health upgrade, we could just kill them. Oh, wait. Let's see if we can get it to shoot a shot to explode over here. Oh, that was unwise. Okay. Pop up. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, too far away. You know what? I don't think it's able to spawn close enough to us. So we're going to stand like right here. Come on, come on, come on. That's what we're talking about. I just wanted to see if that could be done. We're going to knock these out real quick with our good fire rate and incredible damage. We're going to open this chest. It's Tammy's head. I really wish we could take Tammy's head with us because it's going to be incredibly powerful. But I think Forget Me Now remains the move. Let's get 1 extra cent here so that we can hypothetically check out a shop. And we'll just go get that last cent. You know what? Nope. We're not min-maxing too much this run. We're not just going to do whatever's ideal. Oh, I missed Tammy's head, but a whole extra floor of items is good. Speed and range up. Alright. The range up is going to help solve some of our problems. And you know what? I didn't think about it at the time, but that Cat of Ninetails is actually a pretty massive help for us. Because shot speed was actually holding us back. It's rare that shot speed is really a relevant stat because shot speed, like range, is one of those things where if you have enough, it doesn't matter how much you have. But if you don't have enough, you kind of miss it. Same thing as, like, speed, you know, you kind of like having a lot of speed. Black Rune is great. I'm going to do a quick blow up here, see if there's anything we want. Battery doesn't do it unless we have an active item. We don't need to use Pandora's Box on the Dark Room anymore. Don't like any of these. And even if we see a game break here, we're not taking it. We're going to take Tarot Cloth, I think. Ooh, Stopwatch is really good too. You know what? We can explore and see if we get 6 more cents. I think we're going to take Tarot Cloth because we have the Rune Bag. And Tarot Cloth is going to double the effects of any cards and or runes that we use. And since we have a consistent source of runes, we just need 1 or 2 beneficial runes to be able to make that happen. Stopwatch is a great item, so I am going to explore a couple extra rooms. And that was unwise to see if I can get the money to afford it. And now, I think I may actually want to just buy a Spirit Heart. So last chance to give me a nickel bag, or that'll do it. Oh yeah, we have Guppy's tail, so we're going to be getting lots of chests. We're going to go ahead and I don't think it's worth playing these, so we're going to blow 2 of them up. We could manipulate that to blow up the 3rd one by shooting tears. That would be min-maxing, which we're not doing. We're going to take stopwatch. Nope, you know what? We're going to take a spirit heart. Because dying would be a huge embarrassment. And the haunt is one of those enemies that can just catch you by surprise and get a good hit in. Plus, this way, if we get a devil deal, we are able to take it. As much as I want stopwatch, I just don't think it is worth what it might cost. Black one throws spiders. Black champion is dead. Tears up is going to get us not all the way to max. It's going to get us from 7 to 6, which is still a like 14% upgrade in our damage. Our shot speed is looking pretty good now. We're going to take one quick peek for a secret room. No, it's not there. In that case, I'm not going to guess. That's the only secret room location that would border 3 rooms. All the others would only border 2. And if it was just one that borders 3 rooms, that's pretty good odds that that's it. When you're coming to ones that border 2, there's so many candidates, you know, you feel like you're just blowing up walls randomly, which, unless you have infinite bombs or pretty close to it, just doesn't always feel like the best use of your resources, and it's not the best use of our time. Ansa's rune, we're going to use. Black rune, we're holding on to. Black rune's going to consume everything in a room, and for all the coins, hearts, bombs, it's going to give us flies, and most importantly, for all the items in the room, it is going to give us... Don't hit me. I stopped shooting there because I didn't want it to explode on me, because it's a black champion, and they do that. For all the items in the room, it is going to give us permanent stat upgrades, random stat upgrades. That golden key we picked up is actually really nice, because with Guppy's head, Guppy's tail is going to give you I think whenever you spawn loot, ooh, Yara is going to be amazing. It has a 50% chance to become a black heart instead. What do we keep? Yara rune? Wooden nickel. I was going to buy wooden nickel and then void it, but I forgot we actually don't have an active item right now because we used Forget Me Now, and that's a single-use item. So, you know what? Yara is a game break. Especially Tarot Cloth Yara. And you know what we said about those. So we're going to blow this up. And we're just going to use Yara on the floor where we have a nickel and a penny, and we're going to turn... Ooh, that is nice. What would be a small damage up is instead like 3 whole damage. So we're going to take this, we're going to use wooden nickel one last time. It's a little min-maxy, but we're going to keep it quick. We're going to use wooden nickel in here, fine. Nope, you know what? Okay, fine, we'll use wooden nickel in there one more time. Oh my gosh, should have done it in here, but it was too late. I accidentally picked it up. We're going to turn 8 cents into 32 cents. Ooh, and that was a luck up penny, so that was just 4 straight luck ups. That's incredible. Now we've got a void. This is looking perilously close to game break, but luckily there's nothing in here, so we're just going to buy the HP. We're going to get out of here. We would think about buying the Bible just to use Black Rune, but I think we'll find other items that we don't want, upon which Black Rune can be utilized. Let's take out a boss. As you can see, this is a very strong run. Okay. Sure, we'll take HP, we'll use that. Wow, we're getting a lot of money, and it's just continuing to stack. We could have gone back to that curse room with the amount of HP we had, but we are just playing to get through it, baby. Here we go, here we go, here we yeah, come on. Homing tears, do your thing. I shouldn't have to aim, it's your job. Alright, we'll knock that out. That is not worth both of our keys, especially considering how many keys we're going to get. We're not going to open that yet, because I think our shop and our treasure room are our priorities. Because... Alright, cracked dice is interesting. I think when we get hit, Every time we get hit, we have a chance to randomly re-roll our stats by a small amount. And that seems wacky, so let's go for it. So that did not activate it, but every now and sometime, if we get hit, you will see those things change on the side. Take out greed very quickly. Gonna give us a lot of money. Up to 49 cents. Cricket's body is amazing, so that's going to give us another tiers upgrade. Range down, but luckily we have gotten so many shot speed upgrades that we're now shooting pretty far regardless. And you also see when our tiers hit something and explode, they break into 4 smaller tiers and head off. Okay, so got this. Give me a key. Locust of War. It's kind of fun. But we don't need the damage, and cracked dice I think is going to be more fun. I think we are going to check what's in here. Why did we not take damage there? Is that something to do with Taurus? I have no idea. We have 2 void runes, so worth considering if we see something in the boss, if our item from the boss room does not seem to be very beneficial to us, we can totally just eat it for random stats if we think random stats would be better than whatever that is. With the Ansa's rune, it's going to tell us exactly where our secret rooms are. We're going to check them out. I could blow up that dude for a better double room chance, but I think I would rather check out the secret room. Stop giving me magician cards. I already have homing tiers. God, such bad RNG this run. Like, what a garbage game. Okay, we got another bomb, so we can do all of the above. Health down sucks. Horf shoots laser. I mean, Ipecac. Verp is nice, but not in this case. Alright, that was a bust, but at the very least we identified some pills, and if we happen to find another health down pill in the future, we can take it to bring us back up to 2 hearts, because if you're at 1 red heart or less, using a health down pill will transform into a health up pill. Basically just a quality of life thing so that it's impossible to take a mystery pill and die as a result. This is a good combo. So Little Chad is going to spawn random red hearts for us, which might not be that useful, except that Dark Bum is going to eat red hearts and convert them to soul hearts. We could have gone around the floor to pick up all the red hearts and get more HP, and it's not that kind of game. Chuck him through it. We'll let him pick up the ones in the rooms we're in. We'll use wooden nickel sometimes, but when do we need the money? Speaking of don't need the money, counterfeit penny there. We'll pick it up just in case we have to do that for the completion thing. And we'll take that one out. But counterfeit penny is going to make it so whenever we pick up a penny of some kind, we have a 50% chance to get 2 pennies out of it. We will go to the shop. A humbling bundle is a great pickup because it's going to give us double the keys. HP is nice because we're at risk of death. Unfortunately, we don't have a key available to buy, but since this is not the last shop, but close to the last shop, we are going to do it. Because why not? Just buy resources. Humbling bundle, as you may know, is going to make it so all pickups are into the doubled version of themselves, so a key, bomb, or full heart will turn into a double key, double bomb, or double heart. We'll use the Ansa's rune. Ansa's. Ugh. Who says Ansa's? Not me. I didn't. True facts. So, let's see. Speaking of true facts, I am recording this on the day of February 4th. Supposedly the day after the Iowa primary in the United States for the Iowa caucus for the Democratic Party. But, in fact, they have not yet released results, and as a firm Bernie Sanders supporter, I can't help but notice that even if it were completely intentional, which would have to be the result of massive incompetence, the huge complications, delay, obfuscation of the results serves to harm whoever happened to win, which at this time, from the data available, seems from the Bernie Sanders data, the Pete Buttigieg data, and from the independent spreadsheet, all the data so far seems to point to Bernie Sanders taking first in that particular contest. And Iowa is not an important state in the caucus because it controls a massive amount of votes. Dagoz is great, gonna give us 2 Spirit Hearts, but rather because it is really hyped up in news headlines. It tends to set a strong precedent for how candidates are perceived by the media and what kind of coverage they get. And the fact of the matter is that it's going to just, whoever won, this has sapped the winner of the momentum that would have been theirs. And if and it does seem convenient for basically whoever might be the status quo candidate. And we don't need to get into all the details of how these massive, supposed mistakes in Iowa's caucus have come, but, the fact of the matter is things have been grossly mishandled in a way that is, best case scenario, a result of just completely counting things wrong. We're going to go ahead and use this Void Rune, probably on whatever this item I left behind here was, this coupon. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So that gave us a small tiers upgrade, which brought our base tier rate from 6 to 5, and we have the advantage of having Cricket's Body, which gives you, instead of a tiers up, gives you -1 tier delay. In other words, we're able to circumvent the normal tier cap of 5, so that's how we were able to go from 5 down to 4 just now, because we got to 5 from our base tiers, and that allowed Cricket's Body to kick into effect. Cricket's Body is going to be great for dealing with an enemy like this. Also, Sacred Heart is going to be great for dealing with every enemy. We're going to take this health that is going to hopefully let us trade for a deal with the devil. We're going to take damage, but whatever. We did take, by the way, the Trinket Bloody Penny, which has a chance to spawn health whenever we pick up a coin, because that synergy with both Wood and Nickel, which is going to give us a regular source of coins, and Dark Bomb, which is going to transform those red hearts into soul hearts, is just going to be a nice synergy. I walked on the bloody trail there, and it's fine. We've still got like 5 HP. It's fine. We've still got like 4 HP. No, we have at least 1 red heart and at least 3 soul hearts, so now it's at least 4, at least 5, and I think it's more than that. We are going to play this, both of these, because we are angling for both the dollar and Skatol. We weren't going to game break to try and make this happen, but because we have a ton of money through no fault of our own, we're going to see if this gives us Skatol, which is guaranteed to eventually unless we run out of money first, and with Humbling Bundle and High Luck, it's unlikely. So if it's not Skatol, we walk out. I think that's going to be faster. Not Skatol. Not Skatol. Not Skatol. You know what? I think we will stay for coins, just because they let us keep playing longer. Nope. And nope. And okay, fine. We'll play it. Yeah, that's going to give us 6 more plays, which is also going to give us a bunch of HP. I don't remember whether the coin beggar here, well, this is not the coin beggar, but the shell game beggar here is influenced by your your luck stat. I'm not sure whether it is. I'm also not sure whether the slot machines would be. Anyway, that's not it. Come on, Skatol. You're gonna make me, if you keep delaying this long, you're gonna make me start talking about the caucus again, and do we really need that? Oops, well, Bob's Brain killed the spider and also the shell game beggar, so we have all been saved from that. We're going to take Slipped Rib. Now we have a projectile shield, as the title has said. Blank Rune here is going to be pretty interesting with We're not even going to take all the money anymore. Blank Rune is going to be pretty interesting with Tarot Cloth because... Oh man, that's a lot of health. We're definitely full now. Shop. Yeah, we should go to the shop. Too late to go to Mom. So Blank Rune, whenever you use it, it has a 50% chance to drop another Blank Rune. And since with Tarot Cloth we're using it twice, it could drop, you know, 0 Blank Runes. It could drop 2. So there's a chance we just keep getting Blank Runes. Sack of Sacks is ridiculous. We have so many opportunities for a game break. If this shop had restock in it, God help me. I can't do it. I'm just going to buy stuff. It's fine. I'm just going to buy stuff. It's fine. If Steam Sale appears, I roll past it. Backpack would be good if we wanted to keep this item and see another one, but we don't really. Yeah, we'll take Compost. Compost, I don't think we need the source of HP. Compost is going to turn stuff into flies and spiders, and it's going to double our current flies and spiders every 2 rooms, which is, since we have 13.88 base damage, and they do damage multiplied by your base damage, it is going to be a pretty significant number of spiders we are generating here. As soon as we can get more doubling, we're going to compost all this to get a good base of spiders built up. Okay, there we go. And now if we can start doubling these faster than we can use them up, it will be good. We have full HP, so the curse room is worth going for. And you know what? This is min-maxing. We're just going to go. We're just going to go fight the boss. Even if I want to start doubling spiders, we're going to fight the boss. And if we want to keep our spiders past the boss to continue doubling, we're just going to have to kill the boss very quickly. As you can see, we have not made it to Mom in time for boss rush. I took Bob's Brain, even though it provides no appreciable benefit to us in terms of damage, and does in fact provide more ways to take damage. I thought it would be fun. We use Berkano, we'll use Compost to double those flies. So now we've got a pretty healthy spider and fly army. I think we should be able to make it 2 rooms, even big rooms, with more than half of them surviving, which means we're going to start gaining flies on a permanent basis, and we're going to turn all of those into flies. Now we're at the point where our fly army can just start single-handedly carrying us without needing to shoot in almost any room. Curse the Maze on a big floor is annoying, but at least we have the Compost. And we have gotten kind of map janked over here, because we can see where the boss is, and we would think we would have a clear path to it. But, much like a path to the Democratic nomination, there tend to be a few more twists and turns than you're told to expect. Anyway, Bernie Sanders rules. We re-rolled a rune. We composted a rune because who needs them? That could be fun, but it's not more fun than compost. Range down. Yeah, we'll be fine. And I think the other thing is, like, you know, when they ran an attack ad against Bernie Sanders just before Iowa, he got so many donations, like, in the next day as a response to it. It's like, and I was one of those donations, because it's just like, the fact of the matter is, like, the traditional outlets are not going to have success keeping him down in ways that would keep down a standard campaign, because he has not been running a standard campaign. He has been using different methods of gaining support, of keeping people informed, of communicating, building votes, and I think that's why, personally, I do expect him to win. Of course, since I'm putting this on YouTube, and it will persist, presumably, past this November. Who knows whether I'm actually right or not, but the YouTuber Peter Coffin made a good video called How Bernie Won, basically explaining why the factors he thinks will make it so that Bernie does win. Synth Oil is a great damage up on its own. Guppy's Collar is a second Guppy item. We are moving forward. We might, in fact, make it to Hush in time for that fight. We didn't make it to Boss Rush, but we will make it to Hush, so that really shows a quick speed up between floors. If it took you know, 22 minutes to go those first 6 floors, and then like 5 minutes to go the next 2, which are much bigger and theoretically harder, although obviously more items means you ought to be stronger, but y'all know how it goes. You've seen this game before. If you get good stuff, it can be good. If you get bad stuff, it can be bad. Revelations. Hey, that's a biblical thing. Like in this game. Topical. So, zooming along with a quick run here. Sleepy because I was working that early shift in my day job today. I have not, at the moment, gone professional with the tube of you. Compost to double those spiders and flies, and if you land, I don't think we're going to shoot anymore. We're just going to let our spiders deal with you. Are we going to damage us? We're taking it. Guppy's head. Alright, we are Guppy now. I don't think there is any conceivable thing Hush can do about our tyrannical reign. If we could find a way to get rid of that last red HP, that would be marvelous. Since then we would have the Polaroid active. Oh, 2020. Yeah, let's shoot out 2 shots at once. And generate flies twice as fast with Guppy. Tear detonator would be kind of funny. And yeah, let's take Loki's horns and have a good chance to shoot 4 tears at once, which with Cricket Head turns into 16 tears, except of course the doubled ones, so it's actually 5 tears at once and 20 tears. Full health, Verp. So we could use Verp to get back any previous pill that we liked. We could Verp a Verp. At the very least, Verp was now the last pill that we took. We're going to take the Dagaz rune with us. And let's, again, not min-maxing, let's go ahead and kill Hush. You know what, I think we might go fight Delirium this run. We don't usually do that, but it's an interesting boss. It's a cool design, and since we're not looking for anything in particular, we don't really need to go to the dark room or the chest. Let's just take this guaranteed path straight down. The way Delirium works is it lives in a floor called the Void, which, you know, I've taken you all to before, where there's lots of bosses and you don't know which one is going to be Delirium until it is potentially too late, unless you have a way to teleport out or respawn after it kills you. And Delirium is a big old boss. It's kind of like Hush. Sometimes, it's also kind of like every single other boss in the game. It transforms randomly into really cool art design Delirium forms of those bosses, mimicking them, showing kind of... Well, this game is kind of about a small child hiding in the basement, deluding themselves and having hallucinations as they asphyxiate in a chest, hiding from their mother, who they fear is going to kill them. And because God told her to. And, you know, all these weird fever dreams are like inspired by his vague memories of fundamentalist Christian ideology. And, you know, you see him taking these items and becoming uglier and more deformed because he believes that he is bad and that, you know, he's been told over and over throughout his life that he's fundamentally sinful and all this. Anyway, I'm explaining the plot of the game, but what I mean to say is Delirium, the final boss, is kind of that madness itself that he's fighting. Or just the strange, like, end-of-life hallucinations. And so that's why it turns into every other boss in the game. A really cool detail. We'll take a damage reduction item there. If we could get some more luck up, that would be great. I believe it is at either 9 or 11 luck that Loki's... I'm going to say 11, that Loki's horn becomes guaranteed to give us shots in all 4 directions every single time. It's a percentage... Each shot has a percentage chance to trigger it. We're going to take our bloat real fast. And that percentage chance is based on your luck. So at 0 luck, it might not trigger very often. Right now, it's triggering quite often, but not yet. But not every shot, and if we get a couple more luck, there is a point at which it becomes guaranteed to trigger every shot. Sure, we'll take Bomb Bag. Now we've got Bomb Bag, Coin Bag, rune bag and, sack of bombs, sack of pennies, sack of rune sack, and sack of sacks. Wow, these bosses are going quick with our massive damage and army of flies. Sure, we'll take another guppy item. Dead cat. We are extra guppy now, just to say the same amount of guppy. We don't have a way to use that. We're going to fight It Lives again. It's going to go even quicker this time. We're going to take a bad item, because why not? Dagon would purify Curse the Unknown, which is actually probably a good idea. Sure, a small damage upgrade, which with our multipliers is going to turn into a big damage upgrade. So now we're up to 18.22. Big shout out to Sacred Heart, without which we would be at like, I think like 6 or 7 damage right now. Maybe, yeah, maybe 8. You can see it is doing great work for us. Another luck up is great. Ooh, blanker in this. So that was Hogalaws and something else. Who knows what it was? Maybe it was just Hogalaws twice. Brownie. We'll take Contract from Below, which is going to make it so that whenever a reward drops from completing a room, it drops twice. So in this case with Guppy's Tail, which is giving us lots of chests, it's going to give us double chests, which how good that is depends on how many keys we have to open them. We do have some keys down there, and it is kind of fun to open chests. We're going to go this way. And we're going to hope that Delirium is not in that bottom right one, because we do kind of want to get that fight over with. It's going to take a little while. Since we've got HP, we might as well take that, since it doesn't cost us anything. That would give us an extra red heart container, which I actually don't want. Let's compost double our spiders and flies. I think we're probably already at the maximum. You can't have an infinite amount, you only carry a certain number between rooms. Algiz. Algiz is going to be good during the fight. It'll give us normally 30 seconds of invincibility with Tarot Cloth. It's going to give us a straight 60 seconds of invincibility, which is just a... makes it hard to lose. Delirium, come on. Alright, Frail. Just don't make us go to that bottom left one. Wow, that was quick. Butt Bombs, another item that could have been useful if we had no damage, but with a lot of damage, we'll forget about it and it will just endanger us, and why would we not go for that? Alright, here we go. Delirium, thank goodness. I didn't want to go all that way. So we're going to go ahead and pop the Algiz room. We're going to get 60 seconds of invincibility, which means we don't have to dodge any attacks. We're just going to stand right next to it and blast it down. You know what? Let's try and dodge some attacks. Why not? We don't need to, but it shows off the fight a little more. I think we might have taken like a damage there. And I mean, we still have full health. So it's not like I feel like taking this risk of trying to play normally. It's going to be a huge threat. I do like that it shoots those bright white tears. You can see Delirium starts to move very fast in later phases. We did just get hit a couple times. Hypothetically, again, we're not taking real damage. And you see it starts to teleport faster, transform faster, but it is already done. 34 minutes through Delirium. We are going to be done with this run. Oh, and we can be invincible for another 60 seconds. And we can Emperor to teleport to a boss room. I don't know why we would do that. Beat the boss. I've shown this cutscene before. It shows, you know, like I was saying before, Isaac's got his memories, all that. The story of this game is really cool. And it's... you can see he's turning blue, so one of the characters, Blue Baby in the game. All the characters in the game are Isaac's different ideas of himself. Blue Baby represents his own dead body after he asphyxiates. The Forgotten represents his buried skeleton in the backyard. The Lost represents his soul. Azazel represents his... so you see, I'm the devil there. I pointed like you could see that. Maggie is his idea of his mom. All that stuff. Anyway. I like this game. I don't know if anyone knew that before. We're going to go ahead and wrap up this recording and say thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.